Hello and welcome to a Ron Gamer video. I was intending to make this a actual live stream, but I just got some stuff going on, so don't have a stable internet connection. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a video here. Just want to do a quick rundown of what the event is and what my thoughts are and how far I think I'll go with this event. Now you've got your the new Titan Saphira coming in, and being a poison berserker gives a run to Kamathi because she's also a poison berserker. But the interesting thing about Saphira is her skills, which if I just bring up that, oh yeah, I'm at about 10,000 souls. I am pushing ahead, but let's have a quick look at the rewards chain and have a look at where things are going on. So you've got a poison token, you've got portal stones, mount armor, gems, and Lacko. So any new people in this game, Lacko, the two-star ranger is worth getting because she does buff panthers. You get about, I think, 3 skills with her, which is gonna be quite good. You got the regular portal stones, poison token, bitter dirks. Now now the oddity here is the 3-star mountain fish coming at 2,500 souls. I mean, on its own, well, one can argue that it is probably worth 2,500 souls, but hey, why is it sitting in a Mossman event? And I have a feeling that because they mentioned in the devs live stream that next week it's going to be an Earth week, I have a feeling that the person who was putting up the rewards in the rewards chain got the 2 weeks mixed up. So interesting to see what will happen next week. Possibly we'll have a 3-star mount armor appearing in the Earth week. Who knows? Maybe not. Poison token at 3,000 souls and a Gilded Dark. Now this is probably the worst reward you can get for grinding to 3,500 souls. It's not worth that amount. I think there's no debating that. So clearly that's been been messed up. I have a feeling that this Gilded Dark should have been at 2,500 souls, if anything. You know, the Mountain Face 3,500 souls, maybe not, but it doesn't belong there. Morbid Cloak and obviously Logu. I think a lot of streamers have spoken about this as well, and I agree. Logu is undoubtedly a very good Titan to have, especially for a beginner. 6,000 souls at even a 1.1 multiplier. This Titan is worth getting because could be even a garrison defender if you get a good skill roll. You got a Great Plague and stuff like that. You got epic tokens. So now, interesting thing again, the epic tokens are now being valued consistently lower than what they were before. Normally, we would see epic tokens at anything larger than 10,000 souls, and now it's been decreased because it's quite known in the community that people will try and avoid getting an epic token if they can and settle in for the gems. So there you go. So that's been undervalued. You get 1,000 gems, which is appreciated, 1,000 souls, and you've got a Sekani. And as you can see, I'm sitting on collecting my Sekani, and we will be doing a collection. So I hope you hang around for the rest of the video, and we'll have a look at what skills I get for my Sekani. You got a Gilded Dark at 11,000 souls, which is a really good relic. You get buffs for your archers. If you have an Odin, you have a Siggy, or you have a good Toland, or even a Baron, or any of these Titans that buff your archers. Not to forget Theros in that mix as well, and probably Wukong. So a couple of very good Titans and X-skill Titans as well in that can boost archers. So if you haven't had luck getting these from battle drops, the Gilded Arcs, worth getting that as well. A good helpful poison token at 12,000 souls, which is quite high up there in the rewards chain, in that you know, one has to really grind up 12,000 souls to benefit from that poison token. But now the juiciest part of the event is the mount armor, and this mount armor, for anyone here who hasn't caught up on the devs live stream, this mount armor is claimed by the developers to have a resistance to poison for the Panthers in the last skill slot. This makes it a very premium relic. Personally, myself, having quite a few mount armors myself, it is quite it's very unknown what happens, because you have to go on to, I think, skill about level 7 or level 8 on the mount armor, if I might, and then only then you come to know what skill set you're going to get. So getting a guaranteed mount armor is appreciated. Now, one thing I must add, and I'm sure many of the streamers have brought this up, it is very important, okay, very important, that if you're going to go and get yourself this mount armor, that you make sure that you know this mount armor as the one with the poison in it, right? Because if you have multiple mount armors like myself, it is important that you favorite those existing mount armors, or you mount the mount armors on some of your titans that you have, be any titan really, so you can separate them from the new one. That's very important, so take care, guys. 1500 gems, you got Ayaka. Shout out to Pisces Shark. I'm sure if you are watching this, you would I don't know, have mixed feeling of other people getting Ayaka from there, but hey, look at that. Now people can get an Ayaka, probably like yourself. Going on, Great Plague. Now Great Plague again, guys, as games with the devs, this is the Panther version. What that means is that the second skill slot, which is locked in this case, but when you unlock it, would be a Panther's damage skill slot, and that would be a 50% Panther's damage when it's boosted up. So a very good relic, and a rare relic at that as well. I personally do not have a version that boosts Panthers, so quite exciting for me if I can get that. You got a Hero's Soul, 18,000 soul, which again, I feel this has been mixed up. Is it really worth 18,000 souls? I would say not. That should have at least been a 4-star version. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Hero's Souls in any star version, but then again, if at all it had to be, it should have been a 4-star version. So there you go. Now you got at 9,000 souls, you get 2,500 gems, which is quite nice. So it should help you push forward from 18,000 souls closer to 21,000 souls to get Saphira. And Saphira, as we know, I'll bring that up, Saphira is a berserker that has 2x skills for Panthers and 2x skills for archers. And do note that it's not a guaranteed skill set. That means you could land up getting defensive skills for your archers, which may not be the best way going forward. Now, in my sort of understanding, a good skill roll for Saphira would be a defensive skill set for Panthers and an offensive skill set for archers. But really, any sort of skill set for Panthers can be worked around, but it is important that one does not get an archer defensive, an all archer defensive skill set. So I'm fingers crossed that it doesn't happen to you. There you go. And then you got nice little 50 gems, and finally ending up with this Banner of Frost, which gives poison damage, Panthers damage, and Panthers critical. Now do keep in mind that the Tainted Bow offers a slightly larger boost in terms of Titan damage, being 60% compared to this relic being 50%. But then again, if you want to stack these up, you can stack the Banner of the Forest with the Tainted Bow to help push that Panther critical closer to 100%. So there you go, guys. That's the relic. That's my rundown of it. Now my as you can see, I'm at 10,000 souls. Let's go ahead and claim this Sekani. Let's go and have a look at my Sekani here. I've been grinding with Metano, which has been fun. So there we go, let's have a look. Where is the new Titan? Now I do already have a Sekani. Let's have a look at my existing Sekani that I have and what issues I have with this Titan. It's got triple armor piercing, which I'm not a big fan of. I do not have the 5-star relic. I know I can work with this, but if ideally I would be much happier getting Titan with double poison damage or even double critical at it. Alright, so let's have a look at my new Sekani. Fingers crossed, guys. Now this one is a better roll. That is the new Sekani. It's got the... Ah, look at that. Now that... triple poison damage. And double Titan critical. Wow, I mean, in terms of damage, the damage is going to go off the roof. But, man oh man oh man, the armor piercing is going to be right at the bottom. So, but you know what? I'm going to hang on to this Sekani, because if I get that 5-star relic, this is probably the perfect roll for that relic. So I'm going to hang on to this, but there you go, guys. What do you think of my Sekani? Alright, okay, so is it this Sekani you think is better? Or it's this Sekani you think is better? It's left me a bit confused now, but we shall see. We shall see what happens as my divine gems rack up, and if I can get the is it the Shadow Dancer? I'm not sure what the relic is, the 5-star relic for infiltrators, but that'll be worth getting. Alright, guys, so there you go. That's the Sekani. Now let's get back and have a quick look at something else I want to talk about. Okay, so what are my goals for this event, right? So what are my goals? Thank you for first of all sticking on this long. I know it's quite unusual for me to record a video this long, so appreciate your patience with this. Let's look at this here again. My goal for this would be I'm really aiming to go till the end. Because I do think Saphira is a good Titan. Because if I do land up getting an archer buff, NX archer buff, because most of the Titans that I have that buff archers have been ones that do not have archer's damage as an X skill. So I'm fingers crossed with this, but I do think it's a good Titan. It is probably, could be argued to be not as good as Marmesh, because Marmesh has got 3 X skills for Grenadiers. But when people do argue against that, but it's still a good Titan in my view. So, but what I do want to get at the least is go up to 17,000 souls to get the Great Plague. As you can see, I'm already at 10,000 souls, so with enough time in hand, and I will be pulling up some tokens, but I'll try and do it as much with grinds. So there you go, guys. That's my rundown for the event. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to leave a comment, hit the like button at the bottom. Let me know what your thoughts on this event. I'd really appreciate it. So cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you on another video or possibly a live stream. Cheers, guys. Have a good event. Bye.